Go live. Ayun, puta. Yan. Hey, what's up mga katoto? Ano, dito na ba ako? Andiyan na ba kayo? Comment nga kayo. Ba't parang wala pa rin? Meron na. Yo! Dito sa akin wala. Oh, yun na pala eh. So, bahala na kayo. Ito na, game na ha. Ba't ganun? Sa akin wala. Celine Beltran. Okay na po. Sige, game na. 15 seconds sa watch time natin. Sisimulan ko na yung amin. Yan. Hindi ko kasi mapagsaboy eh. Ten, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's go! Ito na!
Is this the greatest power in the universe?
Previously on.
So papasilip-silipin ko na lang kayo mga katoto ah. Ito para masaya. Yan! Episode do. Flashback baby. Flashback. Flashback pa lang nung nangyari ng episode 2.
Drunk with power, blinded to the truth.
The timekeepers are monitoring every aspect of this case.
He's hiding in apocalypses.
You're the fool.
So puro flashback.
Me, I presume. I'm going to overthrow the timekeepers. I'm not interested.
Let's go, episode 3. Andito na. Mga katoto.
I gave it away.
Dito ako magbabasa ng chat kung meron. Shoutout kay Robert Magno, kay Spico, kay Mark Robic Pasqua. Hello mga brother. Loki! So ayun na, pinakita si Loki. Tumakas. Yan. Whoa.
Flickering pages of superhero comics give way to the film versions of each character, interspersed with
Ganda lang
screenplay
intro ng
text.
Marvel, oh. Iba yung itsura.
Frozen in poses,
Iba yung tugtog
Iron
mga
Man,
katoto.
Hulk,
Hey,
Black
hey,
Panther,
hey,
Ant-Man,
hey,
Black Widow,
hey,
Star-Lord, and
Iba yung tugtog.
Thor appear.
Silip-silip lang ha.
Captain
Yari tayo
America
sa
throws
YouTube.
his shield, and scenes play out on the inner surfaces of a word
Hey,
cut from a golden block.
hey.
More characters appear, including Scarlet Witch, Falcon, and Doctor Strange. Another word stands beside the cutout.
Meron.
Marvel Studios.
Oh yan, si ano, Lady Loki.
C20 dressed in casual
Sino
clothing
to?
sits
May isang
opposite the
babae.
blonde woman.
Ay, yan yung ano, Minuteman.
Buffalo fingers.
Kinakausap niya, inuuto niya, ayan oh.
Why do you hate this
Kita nyo naman eh.
I fear it.
Inuuto niya yung, yan yung nagsabi kung nasan yung mga ano,
Well, the drink.
timekeepers.
C20 takes a long sip of her drink, then scrunches up her face.
Oh God. Brain freeze.
You know what brain freeze
Inuuto ni Lady Loki, guys, inuuto niya.
It's when you sip something so cold.
Brain freeze associated with coldness. Got it.
Oh,
Wait, I'm being
ayun,
serious.
ina-explain.
So it permeates the roof of your
Ina-explain kung paano yung
and
mind control
freezes
niya.
the synapses in your brain, so your memories are literally frozen in place.
That is absolutely not true.
It is. Okay, try it. Whatever you're thinking.
Oy,
about,
Thunderwolf,
frozen.
shoutout sa'yo. Daniel
I'm gonna ask you a
Naris.
question, and you won't be able to tell
So
me
ito
the
yung
answer
Minuteman,
until
no?
your synapses are
Na nauto niya nun.
Challenge accepted.
She takes another sip and winces.
Okay.
Hey!
How many people
Hey!
are being the timekeepers?
I'm sorry. What?
The blonde smiles sweetly.
Tinuturuan ni Lady
Day
Loki.
instantly changes to night, and C20 jerks as if waking from a daze.
Yan no, nag-uusap sila, nag-uusap yung
How long
dalawa.
have you been best friends?
Too long.
Seriously though, you know.
Silip-silip lang tayo guys. At mayayari na naman ako sa YouTube.
How many people are guarding the timekeepers?
I remember, I know
Oh,
this
there's-
place.
A distressed look washes over
Saan siya
C20's
dinala?
face, and she
No?
glances around.
This place.
Siguro dinadala sa
I
ano,
remember. I know this.
dinadala
place.
ni Lady Loki kung yan no,
She eyes the blonde
kung saan yung
sharply.
happy place nung
I
tao.
don't know you.
Lupit.
Okay. You're just tired.
In the office of Rock's cart,
Yeah.
Oh shit, ganun pala.
Just tired.
the blonde's fingers glow green as she touches C20's temple.
How do I find the elevators?
Ayun yung ginawa niya bago pa dumating sila Loki.
Blonde's mouth
So ayan, Marvel Loki.
spots Loki on
Intro title.
surveillance monitors.
Andiyan na tayo ngayon. Yes, sir. At least nakikita nyo, di ba? Loki. Loki.
Against a dark background.
May nanonood ba sa akin?
Letters
Hindi ko alam.
appear,
Meron
each a different,
nanonood.
constantly
Pero
shifting style or
trip
symbol.
lang. Ayan na.
They settle
Game
into
na.
the title,
Episode 3.
O, resembling an old English letter.
So si Lady Loki ay nasa TVA na. Oh she. Oh she. Ayan na si Lady Loki, guys.
In the TVA,
Nakapasok na siya sa
Minuteman
TV.
shot, which vanishes as another appears.
bobobo
The
naman
blonde
ng
variant
Minuteman na
steps
to.
through.
Nakakayamot.
She ties back a small section of her chin-length hair as she
Boom.
strides out of the
Ay, hindi
room.
gumana. So, oo nga pala, sa TVA, hindi gumagana yung powers.
She touches
So,
his
kahit
temple,
nasa
turns her
TVA na si Lady Loki, yan,
sharply
nakikipaglaban,
and takes his baton.
hindi gumana yung powers ni Lady Loki sa TVA.
She kicks him into a wall, then uses his own
So, para sa mga bagong dating, hindi ko po pwede ipakita ng tuloy-tuloy
more minute.
kasi yari tayo. So, yun.
Her, and she forcefully swats a baton
Ah,
with
so
her
sa
hand
TVA din bumalik si Loki.
before downing another.
Kasi
and
sumunod
leaning
siya,
back
di ba?
to dodge the third
Sumunod lang
weapon.
siya.
One attacker drives her backwards, and the blonde kicks onto the wall and flips off,
Yan.
leaving 2 Minutemen on her
Ayan,
way
yan.
down.
Nakikita nyo naman, nakikipaglaban siya.
Man standing, then
Oh,
drives
she!
off.
Kinuha ni Lady. Kinuha ni Loki yung
In the
kanyang
locker room,
dagger.
Loki manages
Kasi
to
di ba
jump
hindi
through the
pinakuha yan
wood
sa kanya
and
ni
slam door
Hunter
just before it
B15.
closes.
B15 ba yun? Nakalimutan ko.
He starts toward the exit and freezes before turning around.
Lag ba? Kaya mo sila.
He looks over at the lockers.
Ayan, nanggugulpi si Lady Loki.
reveals the
Nanggugulpi lang
daggers
ng
as he
mga
moves cautiously
Minuteman.
down the hall.
Ginagamit niya yung pang disintegrate. Yung mga
Lights
yung
in the
pampawala.
They fade on and off, and he readjusts
Nakuha
his
na ni
grip
Loki
of
dagger
daggers.
niya. Lupit.
He passes the downed Minutemen lying on the floor, their batons lying nearby. Meanwhile, the blonde approaches
Lady
the
Loki
gold
versus
elevator
Loki.
guarded by 2 Minutemen. Her cloak whips around as she takes
You
both
are
of
my
on,
way.
yanking one into
Angas.
the other's baton, pruning him.
So, naglaban si Loki. Tsaka si Lady
Her
Loki.
vicious backwards kick sends the second Minuteman smashing to the floor just before Loki steps into view. He flips his daggers in his hands, and she draws a short sword.
A few questions.
Have you really got nothing else better to do?
Oh.
Rude.
Wow! Wow! So, naglalaban lang yung dalawang Loki.
You're in my way.
You are.
Naguutuan sila.
She swipes at Loki, then sends him stumbling away.
Yan.
I thought
Oh.
perhaps we could work together.
Sino yun?
He holds his arms out
Ah, si Renslayer pala.
welcomingly.
Dumating
as
si
she
Judge
steps back.
Renslayer.
He straightens, flipping back his black hair.
But
Oh,
now
nyari.
I see you lack vision.
She heads for the elevator.
Ah,
So either you'll come willingly.
Loki grabs her arm and pins it
nag-open
back.
si Lady Loki na portal na pupunta na somewhere. Si Loki ba? Ah, si Loki mismo pala.
Timekeepers.
They both draw back
Oh.
their fists.
You're
Ravonna
out
and
of
Tumu
juice.
activate their
Put.
batons. The blonde holds her blade to Loki's throat.
Diyos yung tawag sa battery.
Go for it.
Oh!
Ravonna charges.
Oh,
and
yeah!
Loki opens a time door, which he and the blonde drop.
Lakas ng Loki natin na lalaki. Ang lakas.
They land on their backs.
Inuuto
in
niya
the
lang si Lady
space.
Loki, oh.
The blonde spots the tempad on some black sand and crawls for it, but Loki drags her back.
Ah, Loki. Ayaw niya magpatawag ng Loki talaga. Si Sylvie.
He manages to snatch the tempad, but the blonde slams his head into a metal tray and picks up the device.
Goodbye, variant.
Nawala.
It's not working.
Loki pops up.
Ayan,
as the
napunta
blonde
sila
slams
sa
his blade
somewhere
into it,
na
he
parang
vanishes and
supernova.
reappears behind her,
Ito
throwing
lumabas sa
some
trailer.
shells and picking up the
Sa
tempad.
Lamentis 1. Ayan, Lamentis 1. Hindi ko alam kung ano yan.
You don't even know how to recharge it.
Supernova oh. Parang may apocalypse. 2077, mga katoto.
Tech savvy.
No, alone.
Napunta si Lady Loki at si Loki. Sa
Device
2077.
here.
So you're just fully a magician then.
Fine. For my next trick, I'll make you disappear.
He conjures the daggers. She kicks her sword into her hand.
Robert
just before
Magno,
Moonlight
shoutout
sets
sa'yo.
the
Lag ng
sword
video.
between them.
Pagtsagaan nyo na. Okay lang yan.
Send us.
Outside, more meteorites.
So may mga bumabagsak na bato, no? Dito sa Lamentis. Ayan, no? Kita nyo naman, di ba?
Appears as the view tilts up a
Lamentis
massive rock
1.
wall. Lamentis 1. Scrolling numbers stop to read 2077 as the view continues rising to take in a crumbling.
So medyo
planet
nagkakampi
in the
sila.
sky.
Nagkakampi yung Lady Loki at Loki.
Loki and the variant leave a tent and gaze skyward.
Yan oh, kakampi sila oh.
I don't know what that means.
A meteor lands near them.
The moon that planet is about to crash into and destroy. Of all of the apocalypses saved on that TemPad, this is the
Sa mga
worst.
di nakakala, ang pangalan ng Lady Loki ay Sylvie Loki daughter.
She swings him out
So Loki daughter, ibig
of
sabihin
his
mo.
way.
Sorry, madam. Didn't exactly have time to scan the brochure.
They shelter under a vehicle.
Yan, nag-uumpisa na.
I thought you wanted me dead.
Yung mga nagko-comment pala.
That TemPad, but if you blow up, it blows up, and then I end
Oy!
up blown up.
Lab team, joke lang.
So we're a team now? Oh God, no!
They make a run for a shack.
Down!
He pulls her away from a meteorite.
Need your help.
You're so weird!
Shout at me. Saan ba ako nawala? Wait lang. Nawala sa laptop. So nagkasama ni Lady Loki tsaka Loki. Saan na ba to? Okay na yan.
The plan you interrupted was years in the making.
Okay, got it.
Nagtatalo yung dalawa.
Turn that TemPad back on. I'm going straight back to the TVA to finish what I started.
Good.
Nagtatalo lang sila.
Or I'll kill you. Where are you going?
There's power somewhere on this moon. We just need enough of it to travel through interdimensional time and space.
The shack quakes.
Jeez.
A high view shows a large crater in the barren landscape dotted with a few
Oh, I'll
man-made
kill you then
structures.
daw. Papatayan daw sila. Papatayan
In
daw
the
si Loki
sky,
tsaka
the
si
planet
Lady
can be
Loki.
seen breaking apart. Loki hustles after the blonde.
Nauna na ba itong akin? Ganun.
There's a town near here.
Nauna na, no?
Shut up. Just because I have to
Oh,
work
saglit
with you
lang.
doesn't mean I want
Okay
to
na
hear
yan.
your voice.
Alright, well, slow down. Variant.
What part of imminent death?
So yung Lamentis parang planet na may mga asteroid na nahuhulog.
I'm sorry, but I'm not calling some faded photocopy of me Loki.
Ano?
Good, because that's not who I am anymore. I'm Sylvie now.
Halos same lang yung costume eh, no? Nung Lady Loki, kay Loki talaga.
Alias?
It's not very Loki-like.
Yeah? What exactly makes a Loki a Loki?
Independence, authority, style.
So naturally you went to work for the boring, oppressive time police.
I don't work for them. I'm
Yon, sinabi niya na yung pangalan niya.
You don't
Na si Sylvie na siya.
Oh yeah? What about you? Your years in the making plan. to
What
tear
makes
things
Loki a
down,
Loki?
Create the ultimate power vacuum and then just walk away.
He stops.
I'd never have done that.
Yeah? Well, I'm not you. Can we get on with this now?
Nyor.
Loki's shoulders heave before he follows her down a vacant, muddy road running between
Yeah.
two rows of weathered modular buildings.
It looks like everyone.
So tamang utuan lang sila, no? Lady Loki tsaka Loki. Tamang utuan.
12 hours or so. Things down here are only going to get worse. More meteors.
Ano ba to, parang ano ya?
Of course, the
Apocalyptic na planet.
annihilation.
Pero
Loki
high-tech.
points to a neon sign on a building.
Could that charge the temper?
Maybe.
She runs up a ramp to the building and reaches
High-tech
under the
na
sign.
apocalyptic na planet tong Lamentis.
I'm just checking the coupling, making sure it can connect.
Right.
Okay, hand it over.
Could that charge the TemPad?
I'm
Sabi
not
niya.
giving it to you. You're gonna have to try harder than that.
Then don't give me your tech-savvy ideas either.
The TemPad requires a massive power source, not a nightlight.
She stalks past him and Loki follows.
So may
Later,
chemistry,
a
no? May
wide view
chemistry
shows
si Lady
the duo
Loki.
trekking across
Tsaka si
undeveloped
Loki.
terrain toward a secluded house. A jagged rock formation juts up into the sky from which meteorites continue falling. A view from inside the house shows them approaching. Sylvie and Loki walk up the front steps to the porch and she draws her sword. Loki grabs her arm.
Yung planet na yan ay Lamentis daw, sabi.
Brute force is no substitute for diplomacy and guile.
Noted.
She marches up to the door and kicks it open. An energy
Wait
blast
lang,
sends her
wala
flying
pa
several
nangyayari.
yards. Inside the house, an older woman holds a
Sino
triangular
kaya yung tao
weapon.
dyan?
It's remarkable that you ever made it as far as you did.
Noted.
Sorry about that.
Don't be.
I enjoyed it.
Boom.
Oh, I did
Uy,
too.
tinira siya.
But I can assure you,
Sino
despite
kaya
my
yan?
acquaintance behaving
May tao
like
sa Lamentis, guys.
we mean you no harm. We're
May
simply
tao.
weary travelers.
Sure you are.
Loki peers through a window, noting a framed picture of the woman and a scruffy man.
Sino kaya yun?
Transforms into the man. He steps in front of the doorway and eyes the woman sheepishly. She lowers her weapon slightly.
Hello, dear.
Patrice?
Uy.
He
Sino yun?
nods
Luke
knowingly.
Skywalker. Uy!
It's been a long time.
Nagpanggap si Loki.
You're as beautiful.
Naasawa nung tao doon kasi
An
nakita
energy
niya yung
blast
picture.
sends him flying, and he transforms back into himself before hitting the ground near Sylvie. He sits up.
Patrice never said a thing that nice in 30 years. You're gonna try.
Nagpapanggap si Loki na ibang tao. Boom!
Which one was that? I must
Gotcha.
The woman steps out onto her porch, wielding the bulky weapon.
What do you devils want with me?
You're devils.
We just want to ask you a question. Where is everyone?
The Ark.
Sylvie and Loki exchange a look.
Sino kaya itong babaeng to?
The evacuation vessel.
Something like that would have enough juice to repower the Tempad.
Where is everyone?
How do we get there?
No.
Train
The Ark.
station's the edge of town. But you'll never get a ticket.
Let's go.
Sylvie marches off, and Loki hesitates before going after her.
Ah,
At
dyan
the
sila
edge of
kukuha ng
town, a
ano?
train with an arched roof waits at a
Church
platform,
doon.
and a few well-dressed
Nalobat
people
kasi yung
walk
parang
toward it.
remote eh. Ni Lady Loki. Yung galing
Along
din
the
sa
side of the
PBA.
platform, men, women, and children in drab clothing wait in a line overseen by guards
Ano ba
with
yung
black
planeta na
shields
to, kakaiba?
completely covering their faces. A woman looks at a guard pleadingly.
The Ark leaves tonight, and we've been waiting in line for hours.
Sylvie and Loki walk along the line of
Ang
beleaguered
dami pa palang
travelers.
tao eh.
Well, this looks fun.
Come on.
We can't fight our way onto that train.
Who said anything about fighting?
All your plans involve fighting.
Not
Ang
this
dami
one.
pang tao pala dyan.
I'm going to enchant a guard, have him lead us through the crowd.
Parang Noah's Ark.
And if anyone gives us any trouble,
Make him start shooting. And then what? Kill every guard and hijack the train.
whether or not there's a fight is entirely up to them.
We're doing this one my way.
His outfit morphs into a guard's uniform.
Hijack the train.
Like someone with a shit plan.
It's a great plan. Just follow my lead.
He shoves her ahead and breezes past the guard at the head of the line. Loki
Tanggap
escorts
si
her
Loki na
across
guard.
the platform behind a well-dressed couple. The man hands over the couple's tickets to a guard who gives them back and gestures for them to board. Loki and Sylvie follow.
Whoa, hey.
Ba't yung planet parang Sakar eh, yung dating.
Okay. And the tickets?
Medyo may pagkakatulad ka sa Sakar.
Sir, this
Sylvie touches his arm, which briefly takes on a Greek glow.
everything okay? Everything's fine. Yeah, I just remembered that headquarters radioed in the request for them this morning.
Sylvie and Loki glance nervously at the supervisor, who eyes them suspiciously.
Okay. Okay.
Loki ushers Sylvie aboard the train.
Galing ng dalawang Loki. Teamwork sila.
Inside, a waiter pours a drink into a flute as wealthy passengers sit in booths around a swanky lounge.
Ang kulit
Loki
eh.
enters with Sylvie.
Good evening, passengers. Hi.
Sylvie sits down in a booth.
First class eh.
Look, I can't go backwards on a train.
I never sit with my back to a door.
There are doors on both sides.
Oh, just sit down.
He sits down opposite her.
FYI, that wasn't even a plan.
Oh, really?
Plans
Nakita
have
ko sa
multiple
trailer yan ah.
steps. Dressing as a guard and getting on a
So
train.
nakapasok na sila dun sa ship.
Loki shifts his jaw, then notices Sylvie yawning.
Oh, you bit.
Train pala, kala ko
Feel
ship.
free to get some rest.
Train pala, train.
I can't sleep in a place like this.
You can't sleep on a train.
No, I can't sleep around untrustworthy people.
Oh, right. Not me.
But you feel free to take a nap.
Nice try.
I'm not going to waste my time rooting around for the tempad when someone taught you fairly decent magic.
My mother.
Parang ang dilim-dilim ko.
Sylvie glances away and her smile fades before she looks back to Loki.
What was she like?
She was, a queen of Asgard.
Kukwentuhan lang sila.
She was good.
Tungkol
Good,
sa
decent.
maman kay Frigga. So kinukwento ni Loki si Frigga kay Lady
No, she's
Loki.
not, actually. I was adopted. Is that a bit of a spoiler for you? Sorry about that.
No, I knew I was adopted.
What?
Pero hindi naman talaga yun yung nanay niya talaga.
Yeah.
Ampon siya eh.
Did they not tell you?
No. I mean, they did eventually. Hang on a second. So, tell me about your mother.
I barely remember her.
O, tinatanong niya
Just blips of a
si
dream.
Lady Loki naman tungkol sa nanay niya.
A brief
Kung
sad
sino yung
smile
nanay ni Lady
touches
Loki.
Sylvie's lips as she stares off distractedly.
You know, when I was young, she'd do these little bits of magic for me. I'd turn a flower into a frog or cast fireworks over the water. And it all seemed impossible. But she told me that one day I'd be able to do it too, because I could do anything.
Sylvie nods with a wistful expression.
You want to see?
Loki holds out his hand and tiny fireworks explode above his palm, their brilliant light reflecting in Sylvie's glassy eyes.
Angas.
Not bad.
Fireworks.
Loki closes
Sa kamay.
his hand and the fireworks stop.
She was the kind of person you want to believe in you.
Sounds like she does.
Well, she did. So, where do you like to do the
He thrusts his hands forward.
I
Whatever
taught
it is.
myself.
You taught yourself that magic.
Yeah, I
Yung
did.
tinatanong niya paano natuto si Lady Loki ng powers niya.
You just go into their minds and project some sort of illusion.
Really, it'd be easier if I just
Enchanted me and make you give you the template so you can leap out of the living train. No, thank you.
Well, then don't ask.
Okay.
Champagne?
Ah, yes, thank you very much.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Oh, I'll take hers. Thank you. Cheers.
He clinks the two flutes together.
To the end of the world.
He takes a sip.
And pity the old woman chose to die, don't you think?
She was in love.
She hated him.
Maybe love is hate.
Remember that.
He conjures a quill and paper.
What was that? Love is hate.
Oh, piss off.
He makes the items disappear.
So, on the
Love is
subject of
hate.
love, is there a lucky bow waiting for you at the end of this crusade?
Yeah, there is actually.
Nagkakwentuhan pa lang sila ha.
Managed to
Kalma lang kayo
maintain quite a
dyan.
serious long-distance relationship with a postman whilst running across time from one apocalypse to another.
And with charm like that, who could resist you?
Well, people are quite willing in the face of certain doom.
I'm sure we are.
It was only ever just to keep me going. How about you? You're a prince. Must have been would-be princesses. Or perhaps another prince.
She raises her brow with a suggestive smirk.
A bit of both. I suspect the same as you. But nothing ever...
Real.
Lowering his gaze, he takes another sip.
Love is mischief.
Love is mischief. Love is mischief daw.
No. Love
Ibig sabihin,
is...
love team kayo.
something I might have to have another drink to think about.
You do realise we're about to try and hijack the power source to a civilization's only hope.
I do.
It's not going to be easy. We should rest.
Right? You relax your way, and I'll relax mine.
So
Now
nagkakamabutihan
the
yung
train
dalawang
speeds across
Loki, no?
elevated tracks through a valley crowded with flat-topped rock
Hindi ako sure kung si
formations.
Lady Loki talaga yung villain eh.
A distant view shows
Baka
the
yung
track
TBA
winding
malabig
between
lang.
the formations. The train continues its journey as a huge chunk of the looming planet makes landfall, dirt exploding around the
Klaseng
contact
planeta
point.
to.
On the train, Sylvie wakes up to find Loki out of uniform performing for other passengers.
Kakaiba to.
She waves her hands at him.
Si Loki guys, nag-good time. Kumakanta-kanta pa.
A young woman plays a cello. Sylvie notices a balding man who eyes Loki, then briskly leaves the room.
Ganun pala yung lingwahe ng Asgardians. Kumakanta si Loki guys. Kinakantahan niya si Lady Loki, oh.
They gaze at each other seriously.
Ang kulit. Lupit ng violin, no? Pati yung string umiilaw. Umiinom si Loki.
He downs a drink.
Ito to, reference yun ah. Another. Tapos binasag yung baso.
You're drunk.
No, I'm just full, but bear in mind, I'm very full.
He picks up a plate.
I need you to try this. It pairs very nicely with the figgy port. Who's got the figgy port? Well, you just have to take my word with figgy port. But
Where's your uniform? We're meant to be laying low.
Shoutout sa'yo, John Gaming PH.
I think something's happening.
yes,
Yo!
that planet.
Tsaka kay Pulse Par Esports, nasan si Loki? Kasama niya si Lady Loki, nasa ano sila?
He
Lamentis.
drops the plate.
Ano ba yun? Lamentis?
It started when I spent my entire
Lamentis
life
na planet.
from the omniscient fascists you work for.
It's a shame to let that go to waste.
So nagtutulungan lang silang dalawa.
Change the subject. I thought an answer.
Teamwork. Pa-share ng account sa Disney Plus. Next time tayong bigayan.
Is a dagger.
He conjures one in his hand.
It's a weapon to be wielded far away or up close. You can see yourself in it. It's beautiful
He turns the tip of the blade toward himself.
until it makes you
Oop.
bleed.
Galing na wala.
But ultimately, when you reach for it,
Sylvie grabs for the handle, but the illusion vanishes.
It isn't real. Love is an imaginary dagger.
Op, yung dumating.
doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
Mukhang nahuli yung dalawa. Mukhang nahuli.
I thought I had something there.
The balding man returns with guards
Wala
and
sila
points to
ticket
Loki.
para dun sa train.
Stay cool.
It's gonna be fine.
Sir, can I see your tickets?
You get
Fireworks.
hello. Tickets. Yes, of course. Here they are.
He makes the fireworks above his palm, and the
Oh,
guard
yeah.
gawks.
Oh, so naglalabanan na guys.
Looks lovely, doesn't it?
Loki
Guards
and
seize
Lady
him.
Loki magkakampi.
There's a simple explanation.
A guard puts a hand on
Boom.
his chest. He puts his hand on the guard,
Bang.
puts his arm over Loki's, then they
Yes,
retreat
sir.
before Loki smacks him away.
Whoa, whoa,
He twists
whoa,
back
whoa.
the other guard's arm
Boom!
and
Ano yun?
elbows the first.
May ganun pala si Loki.
Sylvie smiles as she takes on a guard.
Tinira
She
niya ng
removes her horns
something
and
na kulay
bashes the
green.
guard with them. Loki dodges the guard's blow, then sends him flying with a blast of green magic.
Whoa!
Sylvie kicks a guard down, then swings
Whoa,
her leg
whoa,
over
whoa,
him
whoa.
as another guard whips a piece of
Nahuli yung Lady Loki
glass
guys.
at her. She
Nahuli.
rolls smoothly across the
Whoa.
floor and punches him.
Bugo.
Loki slams the
Oh,
guard's
pulpo
head into
dito,
the
mama.
bar.
Lasing
Sylvie
kasi,
grabs
lasing.
his blade.
Boom!
Her assailant. He gets her in
Hey!
a chokehold.
Bye-bye.
Loki notices and carefully
Ah,
aims the
trailer yun,
dagger.
ah.
He throws it.
Ah,
and its blade embeds in
inulog
the
si
wall,
Loki.
from Sylvie's head.
Awful throw.
Inulog
The
sa
guard gets up.
tren.
Oh, will you stop it?
The guard throws a punch, which Loki blocks, then
Kawawa
spins
naman si
into a backwards
Loki.
kick, booting the guard through a window. Sylvie throws down her
Inulog sa
attacker
tren.
just before two guards toss Loki out the broken window.
So tinapon silang dalawa.
She grabs her sword and jumps to kick down
Tinapon
the
yung
guard
dalawa.
without missing a beat, then leaps out the window. Outside, Loki rolls to a stop in the dirt as the train passes. Now he marches past Sylvie as she sits up
Gugutuan
and
lang
throws
to
down his
dalawang
hands
tayo.
in frustration.
Oh, sira.
Sylvie comes up behind him.
So nasira yung parang remote control ng TVA.
Right. Okay.
With her blade at his throat, Loki reaches behind his back, then holds out his palm, on which the broken tempad smokes.
Well, I did take quite the tumble.
You arsehole. You killed us!
Maybe we can fix it. Okay?
He tries to use
Glorious
magic
purpose.
out of his hands.
You're not a serious man.
You're right. I'm a god.
You're a clown.
Nangyari.
You got drunk on the
Nayamot
train.
si Lady Loki.
That's what I do.
I'm hedonistic. A lot more
Galit,
than you, I
galit
assure
mo si
you,
ate
but
girl.
never at the expense of the mission.
Oh, the mission. The mission? What, your glorious purpose? Give me a break, you can't beat them.
Sylvie's eyes widen and she steps away from him. Green magic in her palms emanates outward, creating a small shockwave. She stalks over to a mound of dirt and drops
Sylvie
down.
Loki Dottir.
Glancing toward the train tracks, Loki walks up
29
behind Sylvie,
minutes na pala
stares
tayo.
off with a discouraged expression.
49 lang ba? So ito
Holding back
yung shot
tears,
doon sa trailer
Sylvie
no, na
steels
parang
herself as Loki comes
kala
around
nung
the
iba si
mound
Black
and
Widow
sits
daw.
down beside her.
Pero ito na yun. Si Lady Loki pala. Same tong live natin mamaya para sa mga hindi
They
nakaabot
both stare
dito.
ahead. Loki shifts
Mamaya na lang
uncomfortably,
sila.
draping his forearm across his knee as meteorites streak down
You
periodically.
should try it sometime.
He sneaks a glance at her.
Did the scream make you feel better?
Under Sylvie's intense glare, Loki's earnest expression grows confused.
Yes, it did.
May chemistry itong dalawa. Ang galing eh.
What now?
Cruz Chrysler pala. Shoutout sa'yo.
Well,
And that planet is about to crash into us.
well, yes, but
Yes, but what?
well, the entire
Damang
moon is
kwentuhan
destroyed,
lang.
right?
Yung dalawang Loki.
Everyone on it is killed.
Including us.
Yes, including us.
Making a fist, Loki looks down thoughtfully.
What about the Ark?
The Ark never leaves because it's destroyed.
Never had us on it.
So what, we hijack the Ark and make
Ano
sure
yan?
it gets off this moon?
Ano kaya nakalagay na yan?
I mean, sounds like it's to me.
Okay.
Ano kaya nangyari doon sa
Walks
Sacred
off.
Timeline, no? Di na pinakita yung nangyari nun.
He hurries after her. Now they walk through a gap between two massive rock formations, which frame a city in the distance. The looming planet blots out
Lamentis.
most of
Nandiyan
the
sila sa
sky.
mga pinakaalam. Lamentis planet daw yan, sabi kanina.
Later, the duo
20 ano
continues
yan,
along the
Arch?
train tracks.
You know,
77. 2077 yan. Yung pinuntahan nila.
That's a pretty good life.
well, you're lucky you missed it. Here's an idea. What if you enchanted me, and you could walk for both of us? I'd take a nap in my subconscious, and then you could just wake me when we arrive. Yeah?
That's not how enchantment works.
All right, how does it work?
Doesn't matter.
You know, I feel like I've told you so much about me. I really don't know the first thing about you.
Thanks for the tactical advantage.
Ayun.
Ah, so you're going to use that tactical
Explain niya
advantage
paano
to
kontrolin
run
yung
the TV
powers.
show.
Worried,
Kung paano mang-control ng katawan.
Need to know if I can trust you.
Okay, fine. You want to know how enchantment works? I have to make physical contact and then grab hold of their mind.
Oh.
Depends on the mind. Most are easy and I can overtake them instantly.
Ngam
Others,
sila.
the stronger
Kasi yung
ones,
live natin.
it gets tricky.
Mamaya yan
I'm in
ano eh.
control, but they're there too. In order
What
to
you'd
preserve
say.
the connection, I have to
Ano
create
daw?
a fantasy from their memories.
And you call me a magician.
That young soldier from the TVA, her mind was messed up, everything clouded. I had to pull a memory from
Oh!
hundreds of years prior.
Yan, pupunta nagkakadrop na.
What? What did you say?
Sabi ko na may something talaga guys sa TVA.
Yeah.
So ito na yung
Just a regular
nag-confirm
person
nun.
on Earth.
A regular person.
Love margaritas.
Lahat ng nagtatrabaho doon ay variants daw.
Everyone who works at the TVA was created.
Tama
by the
si Eric
Conspirators.
Boss, ang galing
That's
ni Eric
ridiculous.
Boss talaga.
They're all variants.
New Rockstars.
They don't
Tama
know
yung
that.
theory niya.
That's alright.
Parang Sakar yung planet eh, oh.
Now, a view glides back over the city.
Nagre-resemble sa Sakar tsaka Madripoor. Tapos nagsama. Yun yung
Sylvie
art.
and Loki head through a tunnel.
Do we trust each other?
We do, and you can.
They emerge in the city.
Good. Because this is gonna suck.
Weaving through a crowd, Loki stands up on a platform.
Oh, nagkakagulo guys.
Shuttle.
5 minutes until launch.
They're gonna let these people die.
5 minutes until launch.
Ay,
We
hindi
have to
mga
get on
guard.
that arm and make sure it takes off.
Boom! Ano yan?
Go round.
Daming
Pulls him
asteroids.
down and they cut through an alley into a courtyard with glowing neon signs above businesses.
Boom.
As they survey their surroundings, a group of people charges past. Sylvie and Loki head in the same direction, then stop.
Uy, no, may
their
gano'n na
gaze
si
tilting
Loki. May
skyward.
panira na si Loki na kulay green.
A huge chunk of the looming planet breaks away and dozens of meteorites plummet, hitting buildings and the ground. Sylvie and Loki run, but an explosion throws them back. As the smoke clears, Loki comes to. He helps Sylvie up.
You okay?
Yeah.
They jog into a
Sinabi ba
bar.
tayong
A guard grabs
timekeepers
Sylvie's
daw,
shoulder,
regular
but she
persons
whips
pa?
off her
O, hindi
cloak,
naman?
twisting it and using it to throw him down. Loki uses his powers to down an incoming guard, then fights off another as Sylvie dispatches her assailant. The duo sprints out another exit, shielding themselves against showers of
Masyado
dirt and
naintindihan
sparks in
eh.
the dim
Ulitin ko ulit
street.
mamaya
They
to.
start down an alley, but rubble blocks their path.
So chaos na. Nagkakagulo na sa Lamentis guys. Tutulungan lang yung dalawang Loki.
A person runs past, and they go
Boom,
after him,
sira ang
stopping
arc.
near a business with a neon sign over the entrance.
Eh, yung
They
pagkukuhaan
look up,
sana nila
see the
ng
top
charge.
of a tall tower turning
Sira.
toward them. They hustle to outrun large pieces of debris
Oo nga.
falling behind them. Loki halts a hulking piece of the tower in midair.
Kaso hindi nawapot. Tapos na?
The duo takes on a group of guards in their path. One grabs Sylvie from
Oy,
behind
guys,
and pulls
tapos
her
na.
backwards, but she lands a vicious punch that
Hindi
downs him.
napakita yung nangyari sa Sacred Timeline. Nung binomba, walang tungkol dun.
They start down a path toward the Ark, but
Bitin.
suddenly stop.
Grabe. Bitin! Nanawan tayo! So, palpak
A
yung plano
meteorite
nilang
strikes
dalawa.
the vessel, detaching
Yun
the
lang
top
yung
in a
nangyari sa
fiery
ending.
explosion.
Yan o, nakikita nyo ngayon, di ba? Delayed kasi.
The view swings around Sylvie and Loki, who gaze
Grabe,
up
mabait rin pala si Lady
the destroyed
Loki.
Ark
Sabi
along
ni
with
Ian
everyone
Mark
else on the
Madrideo.
street. Sylvie
nga
walks off in the
Medyo
opposite
TVA na
direction.
ngayon yung medyo merong suspicious na ginagawa, no?
Loki remains rooted in place, his chest
Pabitin
heaving
ako
with
dito.
ragged breaths.
Pero ang dami ring na bunyag. Na info.
A file opens, revealing a black and white
Tapos
photo
na.
of Loki.
Ayan,
Above a
natapos
cutesy
na.
cartoon, words read, Hunters
Kamusta?
and animals
Kamusta kayo?
working in tandem.
Antayin nyo na lang ito mamaya
A pair of
sa
hands works at a
ibang
typewriter,
website.
documents,
After mga
diagrams,
2 hours
dictations
siguro
cover a
nandiyan na yan.
bulletin board.
Tapos na, ang bilis. 40 minutes lang
Hand
yun.
jots on a TVA notepad, and another runs down a list of figures. A monitor displays Miss Minute. It's walking along jauntily. At various control consoles, hands work
Katoto,
levers, buttons,
alright!
and switches.
So,
A
ito,
simple
kung sa mga
drawing
nanonood
depicts
nito
a
na
person missing
nakasave
an arm
na,
and leg coming through a
sayang hindi kayo
rectangular
mabot.
opening.
Basta
Their
every
absent limbs
2 p.m.,
still on the
every
other
Wednesday
side.
tayo dito. Ilang
A hand
episodes
dials
na
a
lang?
rotary
3 na lang.
phone. A clear evidence bag holds the
Six
package
lang to,
gluey.
halfway na tayo mga katoto.
A view glides down a
TVA is the new
hallway of the
villain.
TVA.
Di nga tayo
Film
sure.
spins around the reels of a
Di
hollow
tayo sure.
projector, and a metronome swings back and
So,
forth
kita-kits tayo sa
steadily.
TikTok. Gagawa na muna ako ng review tungkol dito. Medyo marami tayong ipaprocess.
A view travels up the
Isang
alphanumeric
linggo
elevator
tayo
buttons,
ulit
and
para
several
i-process lahat ng nangyari.
selections flash across the floor indicator
So
before
sa
it
mga
reads.
nandito, thank you
Test
kaya Ian Mark
A
Madrideo, kaya
Inside a
Chrysler
locker
Cruz,
features the word
kay
timeline.
Pulsar
Black
Esports,
sand
thank you sa panonood.
drains through an hourglass. The
Sino
title
pa?
of the form reads Apocalyptic
Kay Robert
Event
Magno.
Report. A reel-to-reel
Oy!
recorder spins and various file photos show Loki and Sylvie.
Yung video pala
Glass
lag. pero
keychain
lag.
dangles from a set of keys in a TVA archive file
Like mo
cabinet.
naman, Reg. Like mo
Bubbles
dyan sa
gurgle
ano.
in a water cooler near a poster that reads, "Tidy timeline, stable society." Mosaic tiles form a clock, and a light
Yan.
glows on an
So, kita-kita
electron
daw
collar.
sa mga
The
next
second
video.
hand on the clock
Next
ticks
live.
forward before several more hands fan out
Woo!
around it, moving in both
Lady Loki.
directions.
Mabait din pala.
A
Episode
piece
3
of
ng Loki
literature
tapos
bears the
na.
title, So
See
You're a
ya.
Variant. Another page is added